So we're driving to this guy's house right now to help him with his 2 dogs because can't walk very well and he needs to learn how to exercise his dogs. So we're going to teach him some things today.
With me not being able to exercise my dogs, and my dogs like nudge the screen open, and then they take off and they take their own walks. And then, it's like they come back, but it's like, they could be hit by a car. Luckily, they're trained.
So how can I help you today, David?
Well, Susan, thanks for coming. I've been really having problems with my dogs and exercising them. Because of my leg and everything, it's been really hard for me to be consistent on a daily basis, and my dogs seem to have gained some weight. Reagan, the female, is 99 pounds, and Kobe's 89 pounds, and I think they're about 10 to 12 to 15 pounds overweight. So I really need some alternatives to exercise, if you have them, on how I can, number one, get my male swimming, because the female's fine in the water, but the male just won't have anything to do with it. And then number two, if you have any other options that I can myself exercise the dogs, because I really feel like I've let them down as far as with my mobility. It's kind of affecting their weight and their mobility.
So do you have a bike?
I have a bike.
So I'm going to suggest that I'll teach your male dog, Kobe, how to swim.
Okay.
And then I'm going to teach you how to ride your bike so you can get some exercise at the same time your dogs get some exercise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to learn that.
Cool.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. You don't do it, and she'll beg it.
So you see her begging for the affection.
I know.
Yeah.
So what your dogs just did,
Stay.
nuzzling you, like
Yeah.
right there,
Okay.
you don't want to give in and give them the reward of petting them, so you want to tell them no.
No.
Because what's happening is they're actually training you
No.
to give them what they want.
No.
So they're actually controlling you.
Okay.
So when you get into a situation where they take off up the street, they're not going to listen to you when you try to call them back. So that's a very subtle thing, and it's very common for a lot of people who have dogs,
All
that
right.
their dogs will demand affection, especially the females. Demanding
Yeah,
females.
my female wants more affection than anything. She's always pawing at me for it.
Yeah. So you want to not give it to her. You only want to give her the affection as a training mechanism when she comes to you.
Okay.
But what happens is that we start to go unconscious a little bit. Like if we're watching TV or something and our dog comes up to us and nuzzles for the affection, and then we just automatically start petting them because we're not really being conscious about what we're doing.
I see.
So it's important for you to just kind of be more aware that when your dogs demand affection from you, you say no, and then you have them do something that you want, and then you give the reward of affection. It's a way to train them to have more control over them versus them have
So
control over you.
you're setting a boundary for them.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Rules, having some rules.
Just like
boundaries.
little kids, you need rules for animals as well.
Absolutely,
Great.
yeah.
So Kobe's like the real skittish one, and kind of like the baby, and just kind of like the one that doesn't really, it's very cowery.
Yeah.
And Reagan just like, she'll do whatever. She has no fear. She's the alpha. So what do we do? How
Well,
do we-
I would say we start training this dog
Okay.
to do the bike, and then this dog will follow along more than likely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is-
She follows.
She-
Or he
she looks-
follows, and she's the leader.
He looks up to her, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect.